Hello, and welcome back to Evolve with Alana, with me, Alana. So, in my last video, we talked about how, in order to have a real effective self love journey, we had to connect to ourselves. And by connecting with ourselves, we had to listen to that inner voice. So, what do you do once you listen to that inner voice? And how can we change this into actual actions that we can do so that we can have this self love? Well, the first thing I'm going to say is that little voice inside tends to be a bit negative. Because look, we have a negativity bias. We as creatures are trained to find the little anomalies, those disruptions in patterns. Like if you're alone in this forest and you're expecting to see leaves and trees. So you see leaves and trees, but then you also see two eyes looking at you. You knew something's wrong. And we've followed that same concept into today. So you're going to sit with that little voice inside of you and just let it talk. Let it tell you everything that it's feeling, whether it feels tired or anxious, if it feels scared. Does it feel bad about something it did? Does it feel bad about someone? Just let it talk. And after a little bit, you're going to take out a sheet of paper and write down what emotions it had. Just write it down. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put it aside and go along with your day. Yeah, you're just going to put it on the side for right now. And you should do this exercise of connecting with yourself about 3 times a week. And for those of us that are really new to this, it may take a little longer to get to that point where you're really listening to the emotions, not the actions that your little voice is telling you. And you're going to do that for about just 2 weeks. So 6 times in total. And so after your 6th time, after the 2 weeks, you're going to take all the pieces of paper and look at them. And you're going to say, okay, you're going to look for the patterns because we're very good at looking for patterns. You're going to look and see if there's any overarching feelings that keep reoccurring. Do I always seem lonely? Do I always seem anxious? Am I always tired? Those are things that you're going to look at. Now, we may have 10,000 things that keep coming up and over again. And for now, just pick 2. Just pick 2 emotions. Now, with those 2 emotions, for this example, I'm going to use tired and anxious. So my 2 emotions is tired and anxious. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the opposite of those words. So for tired, for me, the opposite of tired is energized. And anxious, for me, the opposite of anxious is calm. So with a new sheet of paper, I'm going to write all the things that make me calm. Walking on the beach, listening to waves, listening to music. Now be specific. Don't just say music, because there is death metal and there's rock and roll and there's sexy time music. So there's different kinds of, what kind of music? What artist makes you feel calm? And for my other one, what makes me feel energetic? It's like running a mile. I know that's kind of scary, but for me, running a mile gets me energized. But being around people, but You can be around people and still feel lonely. So, what kind of people? Is it going to a sports game makes you feel energized? Is it making you feel energized that you do exercises, jumping jacks? Write them all down, just from head to paper. Just write them all out. And when you have at least 20, you're going to take a look at the paper and you're going to say, okay, these are the things that make me feel calm. And I want you to cross out anything that you're already doing. If you say, what makes me feel calm is listening to the ocean, and you live near an ocean, and you hear that every day, the calmness that that ocean is bringing you is already working. So we're going to cross that out. If what makes you feel calm is getting a massage, and you have a massage chair, and you sit in that massage chair every week or once a week, cross that out. It's already doing its work. We're looking for something else to help us feel calm. If I said, what makes me feel calm is walking in a garden, and you're like me, I live in New York City, and there's not a lot of gardens, then it means that I should go to the botanical gardens. Many of the botanical gardens are actually have free days. So go to a botanical garden during a free day, or God forbid, pay to go into a botanical garden. For those times that I want to feel energetic. If feeling energetic is, I like going to sports arenas. If you have a season ticket to your favorite sports team already, cross that out. You're already doing that. If making you feel energetic is putting together a party, that makes you feel energetic? Well, you're not doing that all the time. Maybe you should start doing that. And here from these lists, you actually have personalized actions that you can do to feel self-love. Because self-love is the norm. It's not the exception. And it's when you get to the point where you can be with yourself and the little voice inside of your head just stays calm. It doesn't say anything. It's just sort of saying, what a lovely day. That's when you've truly accomplished self-love. When that negativity bias isn't that strong. It may say, oh, hey, we probably should have done that better. But when it doesn't have a lot of negative things to say about yourself, that's when you have self-love. Well, thank you for listening to me in this lovely discussion. Please like and subscribe, and put down in the comments what emotions does your little voice tell you? I'd like to hear. All right. Until next time. See ya.